River Thames and the Port of London. Over 1,000 ocean-going ships use this great arterial waterway every week. The river is only deep enough for most of them at high tide, so there's a waterborne rush hour twice a day as dozens of vessels steam up or down. To keep this traffic flowing smoothly and without danger, the Port of London Authority have just completed an elaborate radar installation, which means that London's river, just like an airport, is now covered by a comprehensive navigational aid system. In the main operations room at Gravesend, under the control of a duty officer, himself a master mariner, the minute-by-minute movements of the river and its traffic can be seen at a glance.
1 hour after sunset, it'll be 1952.
Calling Gravesend, I am anchored in Longreach
somewhere around about
on the south side of the channel. Over.
The coming and going of every vessel is plotted.
In Longreach,
Whenever necessary, the duty officer can monitor the entire length of river under his control on 7 radar screens. Over 60 miles of the river, from the eastern approaches way out in the North Sea to the heart of Dockland, are now watched over night and day by the unblinking radar eyes of the Thames Navigational Service.
I assume that you're fit now. Over.
As well as the scanner on the roof of the operations buildings, 2 remotely controlled radar stations relay their signals to the control room by microwave link across the Thames marshes. Today the weather is fine and clear, but the system is so efficient that even in thick fog, ships can be talked along the crowded river in complete safety, in conditions which only a few years ago would have meant chaos and congestion as each vessel dropped anchor to wait maybe days for the fog to lift.
Last night watch.
On one of the 5 VHF channels, an incoming ship makes contact from far out in the estuary.
Ben Glow, at Gravesend, over.
Gravesend, Ben Glow, 2 less inwards, draft 22 feet, 88 guardian feet.
As soon as the ship is positively identified, masses of expert information is available for her master and pilot.
Ben Glow, Gravesend, confirm your docking at 7 and 11 Royal Albert Dock at 18:30.
On the return water of the Rio Quinto.
Would you make your ETA at Gravesend at 16:30? And do you require the port medical officer? Over.
This is Gravesend, over.
The telecommunications officer informs ShipCon, the Shipping Coordination Centre, further upriver and central information point for all Thames shipping. Meanwhile, the Ben Glow approaches Gravesend at a steady 12 knots on the flood tide. She reports her latest position.
Gravesend, this is Ben Glow passing the ovens. Over.
The log at Gravesend is updated, and a glance at the radar confirms that there are no obstructions ahead to warn her about.
Look to the boys at Woolwich. Right, thank you.
As standard practice, all communications are recorded for subsequent replay in the event of accident or dispute. The approach to the River Thames is made more difficult by a labyrinth of some of the most dangerous and unpredictable sandbanks in the world. Steering a big ship through this lot requires a steady nerve and a very high standard of seamanship. In the ops room, a red light flashes, indicating a ship has entered the narrow and treacherous North Edinburgh Passage, room only for 1 ship at a time, and other vessels are warned away.
About to enter the North Edinburgh Channel, outward bound.
Another light flashes. A supertanker has started its strictly planned progress up the estuary, scraping along the deep riverbed with sometimes less than 3 feet of water beneath her. The monster has little room for manoeuvre, and frequent reminders are broadcast to other craft.
Draft 46 feet. Now about to enter the Knockjohn Channel, inward bound. All shipping to pass with caution and give a wide berth. Gravesend radio.
Important to all ships, critical to the supertanker, is the depth of water beneath them. In the operations room, a closed-circuit television camera can be directed to look at any one of 5 automatic tide gauges which continuously record the depth of water at important points in the estuary.
Hello, Gravesend Radio.
Now the Benglow passes Crawford Ness at the top of Long Reach and goes over to the care of the Galleons control room higher upriver.
Going up to channel 14, listening out. Hello, Galleons Reach, Benglow. How do you read? Over.
In the Galleon's operations room, another duty officer keeps watch on his radar screens, and his map shows the state of the river in the central dockland area. The Benglow's progress is now checked on an ingenious mechanical river, which automatically shows the position of all major craft in the section.
Benglow, this is Galleons. Roger your messenger, stand by this channel. I'll check with the dockmaster for your orders.
Roger, standing by.
Benglow, from the dockmaster, your orders are docking on arrival, docking on arrival.
Journey's End, the great lock which is the gateway to the docks where her berth is waiting and ready. Her arrival has been made as smooth as possible by the efficient coordination of the many services involved in the docking and reception of a big ship. And throughout her journey upriver, she's been watched over and guided by the experienced staff of the Thames Navigational Service. The system is being copied all over the world, a tremendous tribute to the foresight and enterprise of the Port of London Authority.
17:30. Visibility, all reaches clear. Tidal information, tide at south end, 5 feet above chart datum. Navigation information.